Yeah, welcome back to another episode. So, in the last episode, we went through the process of creating a space. If you remember the theory that I did, I said that you wouldn't need to memorize the process because it follows a chronological order. So, you realize this the entire workspace, there's a test space over here, and immediately there's a list, right? So, we have a choice to create a list. The list has already been created for us. We can just rename it. That's one way. Or we can just go to the addition button, just the same way we went into the addition button over here to create a new space. And when we click on it, you realize that there's a list and a folder. So if you really want to create a folder, you can just come here and then create a folder. Same way, maybe we can call it test folder. So yeah, we just leave it that way. It's acting as who we want to share it with. Again, sharing and all those people. If you want to share with certain people, you can just invite them by email, and then a link will be sent to them to share. If you want to make it private, you can. But for now, anybody in the test space can have access to whatever thing comes under it. So let's see that whatever statuses you created for the workspace would affect the folder too. So with that said, we just go and then we create folder, and then that's it. So we have our test folder here, which contains a list. You realize that there's the other list over here. We can leave that. If we don't want it, we can just right click and delete. It will go. We've created our test folder, which is under the test space, right? So if we open it up, we realize these are some of the things over here. Now let's go on to list, which is also like very easy to do. When we come here, you realize that the chronological order takes effect. When we hit this place, it's list, documents, or folder. If we come here, it's list or docs. I'll talk about docs in another episode. But then after a folder, per the explanation I gave in the earlier episode, we need to create a list. So we come here, come for a new list, and it's just acting as the list name. So it can be, again, yeah, as I said, like list 1. And then we just create a list. And then you realize that the list is formed under the folder. So you can create more of that. You can duplicate it if you want and rename it. That makes the process easier. You can just, again, you can just come and right click if you want to create a list, any name, and then that has been created over here. So these lists are under this folder. However, they can be formed outside the folder, like what I'm trying to do over here. So there's a list, and you realize that this list is under the test space. If I hit it, all of them go, but it's not under the test folder. So I hope this clarifies it for creating folders and lists. The next episode, we would talk more into details about tags.